Hello everyone, my name is Legendary and this game is Rise of Kingdoms. I want to talk about Commander Sculpture's chest. I want to talk a little bit more about Ishida, Mitsunari and Seondeok in this video. I want to give you some explanation because some of the events that are repeating in Rise of Kingdoms, like for example Alt Treasure, and we also have the Daily Gathering recently, they have some changes and they actually grant some Commander Sculpture's chest, which is actually great news on helping a lot of players maxing some commanders that nobody would probably be interested or having desires to actually max them. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. My name is Legend Ronnie and today we're gonna talk about Commander Sculpture's chest. Where you can actually get this Commander Sculpture's chest is from various events that are going through Rise of Kingdoms like all the time. These are all-time events that we have them in the game. And after these recent updates, probably they skipped it or they forgot to mention it. Apparently these usual events, they also grant Commander Sculpture chest. Now, before they actually added this Commander Sculpture's chest, some of the commanders that you can obtain from this chest were not so easy obtainable, but you can obtain them from this chest, so there's various other options now to actually max this commander. So I actually want to give you some tips and advices regarding these events and obviously help you take the right choices on which commander to actually work on, or is it actually worth it to spend your time to actually get this chest. For example, right now that we have this event, it says France. These are usual events that go throughout the game. We all know about them. If it's not about France, it can be about Rome, it can be about Ottoman, it can be about various other civilizations. These are just random events that we have them going on around, which actually allow you to get a couple of benefits. All you have to do is just gather some stone, some wood, some food, spend some action points, buy some stuff from the courier station, which is the mysterious merchant, and you get statues, or however they want to call it, something that you can pretty much trade in this particular shop. Recently, they have added this Commander Sculpture's chest, and I find it very interesting because this allows you to max some commanders that probably you haven't thought about it or nobody would ever think about it to actually max, and that in particular would be Seondeok and Ishida Mitsunari. These three commanders that you can get from this chest, you can also get from the Strategic Reserves event. That was pretty much the only place where you could have get extra sculptures for this commander apart from gold keys. Maxing a commander through the gold keys, we all know that's pretty hard and very rare. So for example, if I show you my Ishida right now is 554, and obviously I'm a spender, I also spend on bundles, so I actually got more keys than any other usual players. Ishida is probably out for about half a year, give or take, and this is how far I managed to get him just from gold keys. So maxing legendaries from gold keys, it takes a long time. My Seondeok is very close to be maxed, and that's because of the strategic reserves. But now, thanks to this chest, and apparently there's even more events related to gathering that can actually grant you this chest, so you can actually obtain more sculptures. Now my advice would be, if you're a free-to-play low spender, to actually go for Ishida. Maxing him from the gold keys, it was definitely a no-go, but having multiple options to actually max him without spending universals, because it's not worth it, trust me. To spend on gatherers, universal, commander sculptures, no, completely no. It's worth it to get those chests or to get as many chests as possible, because Ishida Mitsunari actually has a very important role as a second in command. So this might sound just really crazy, but his skills are very good to actually use him as a second in command. So you have his primary skill, which gives you attack and speed of rage gain. You have his force skill, which gives health bonus and skill damage bonus, and then you have his expertise once you max out all his skills, which actually has a healing effect. Healing factor 500 with a 10% chance. So this are actually three very nice skills, and if I would have an Ishida maxed, if I would be a free-to-play low spender and have an Ishida maxed, I would definitely put him as a second in command to one of some of the skill damaging commanders. Maybe I don't know, Saladin, or probably even Genghis, why not? A very nice synergy might even be with Leonidas, so you can do like a 5-5-1-1 Leonidas, get him to level 60, and you put Ishida as a second in command. Same with Saladin, you get like a 5-5-5-1 Saladin, and you put a max kill Ishida, which you max it from these gathering events. So now it's actually worth it to pay attention to Ishida. After 6 months, it does worth it to pay attention to him and start working on him through those chests. Now, if you're a medium to high spender, I would recommend to go for Seondeok. The reason I'm saying go for Seondeok is because you probably have a lot of legendaries. For me, let's say I'm a medium spender. I have about 17 max legendaries, 16 or 17, I haven't counted them recently. Ishida will have no place in my army. So I have max kill Barca, which I haven't used in months, half a year, maybe more, because it doesn't have room in my army anymore. So actually working for Ishida for me would be a no-go. But what would actually work for me as a medium spender, because Seondeok, once you obtain her expertise, you get additional 10% resources when gathering is complete. As free-to-play low spender, you need to spend time, so actually resources should not be a problem for you. But from someone who spends a lot on packs and bundles, they definitely don't farm enough. And that will be in particular gold. Not to mention that Seondeok, it is a gold gathering specific commander. So when you put her on the mother load, when everything is finished, you get 10 additional resources. Even if you put her on food, even if you put her on stone, anything else is 10%. Now imagine that if you would have to get a million stone, or let's say a million gold, right? Because I was mentioning about the mother load. Now instead of getting a million gold, you get 1.1 million. Going through the talents, since I'm talking about gatherers, you also get the more than better, which is another 6%. So that's 16% additional resources. You get the 6% anyway, but that's another 10%. So that's like free gold just because you unlocked her expertise. So instead of just don't knowing in which commander to work on, these two commanders are highly worth it. I don't recommend working on Cleopatra. You're probably wondering why. I mean, you get like Gift of the Nile, you get this resource packages, like guarantee every single time a gathering is complete. The resource packages doesn't give as much as Seondeok does. And like I was saying, if you're a free-to-play low spender, you shouldn't have problems with gathering adequate resources. You should have problems with commanders. So you should try to orient yourself or try to find commanders best suited, or all the investments that you do in commanders should help you in the future, or should help you on your battlefields, on PV, or wherever else. So Ishida Mitsunari will now actually have a role for free-to-play and low spenders because he's really good as a second in command. So if I would have to put an epic commander as a second in command, let's say Osman, I would rather have Ishida. You have healing, you have health on your troops, you have attack on your troops, you have speed of rage again, you have skill damage. So this is quite a lot of good things to actually help empower your commander. If you have a maxed out YSG as free to play, which should be the commander that you should max first as a free to play, I would put an Ishida Mitsunari second to YSG and go on the battlefield with him. Ishida gives him a little bit of defensive capabilities, and on top of that it gives him extra damage. With the speed of rage regeneration, it will just help YSG fill up his bar faster, because Ishida is as a second, he's going to use his first, so that the speed of rage gain will just help YSG fill his bar faster, and then you get the beautiful nuke from YSG again, also boosted by 15% skill damage. So there's only benefits to actually put Ishida as a second in command. There's actually no reason not to use him. I would prefer him over some epics, so instead of going with, let's say, YSG Sansu, I would rather go YSG Ishida if I would have an Ishida maxed out. This tiny bit of healing can help your march stay on the battle longer, especially if you're not a target. YSG is usually a target, that's why I also gave options like Saladin, because Saladin is a little bit tankier, people try to avoid him, or probably you have Guan Yu, right? You probably have Guan Yu, or you probably have Alex, a 5-5-1-1 Alex, or whichever other commander you want to put that does skill damage. You just put Ishida as a second if you have him maxed, and you're gonna get some really good results. I was talking about Cleopatra. So this is what you get from Cleopatra with her expertise. Is Gift of the Nile. You get some level 1 resource packs. C, You can check that from your resources, what they can actually do. So from level 7 you get 80. From level 6 I think you get 70. From level 5 you get 50. And if you put Cleopatra on a mother load, you still get 50. So the mother load is considered as a level 5 resource node for Cleopatra. In theory, Cleopatra should give a lot more in a mother load, depending on probably the amount of time you spend there or the amount of resource you gathered, but she doesn't. So it's just 50 resource packs that she gives. So she's not worth it to actually focus on her. It's definitely worth it to focus more on Seondeok and Ishida. Now going back to this event, you obviously get a lot of these sculptures or a lot of these coins or whichever type of trading items they give you by just completing these small requirements. So you get 4, 6, 9, 10, that's 12. This event usually lasts for 4 days. You can see it over here for a 4-day duration. So 12 times 4, that's 48 pieces of this you get. Meaning that this was 10 chests. So when it started, I only have 4 left because obviously I bought the chests. But 48 pieces and you have 10 chests, that means that you can buy all 10 of them and you still have 8 pieces. With the 8 pieces that you have left, you can either buy 2 gold keys or you can go for 8 hours of speed ups. This is entirely up to you, but my advice would be to go for the chest and try to max your Ishida, free to play to low spender. You will definitely enjoy him once you get his expertise as a second in command. Get the speed ups. You'll have 8 pieces left. You get another 8 hours of speed ups because speed ups are always needed. That's what I'm going to do. Instead of just getting 2 gold keys to have a chance to get more sculptures, that's entirely up to you if you want to go for that. But 2 gold keys or 3 gold keys or 4 gold keys, that's one thing. When you get 100% sculptures, there's just another. So now is the daily gathering as well, which also grants this chest, the Commander Sculptors chest. So that's amazing. There's probably going to be more of this type of gathering events in the future, which actually grants you sculptures that allows you to choose. This is my advice. So I hope you actually find this very, very helpful. Like I mentioned, there's plenty of options where you can put a max Ishida as a second in command and actually get a lot of benefits from a max kill Ishida. So it's really interesting that a gathering commander can be so good. And like I was mentioning at the beginning of the video, it didn't worth it to talk about him because you were only able to get him from the gold keys. And we all know that it's almost impossible to max commanders from gold keys unless you spend a lot on bundles. But now there's other varieties of options to actually get Ishida and it's worth it. For myself, I'm already close to max Seondeok, so that's really great. And after that, I'll put my attention on Ishida. So until next time, this is your boy Ronnie signing off, and I do hope you find this very, very helpful. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you on the next video, and stay safe out there.